Do you always strive to get things perfect all the time? Do you find that sometimes you don't do the things that you want to do because you can't do it perfectly? In this video today, I'm going to talk about perfectionism, how it can plague us sometimes and how come it can be good in other things. So enjoy. What's going on, peeps? My name is Chris and I love everything to do with the mind, self-development, and just about being the better version of ourselves. And I'm here to give you any tools, tips, experiences, perspectives, anything that I've learned throughout my journey of life to help you on your journey throughout life. Perfectionism, what is it? Perfectionism is the idea that we want to have something perfect all the time. Or if it's not perfect, then we won't do it, or we won't have it, or etc, etc, etc. Now, as you can understand, this can certainly plague us in certain ways when it comes to certain things in our life, whether it be life, career, relationships, social life, you name it. There's so many things that it can come into. Now, that being said, there is a good point in life where there's sometimes you can aim for perfection, and then there's a good point in life where you know where you don't have to aim for perfection, and I'll get into that. So the idea that, we always have to have the perfect idea, or we always have to have the perfect thing that is the outcome, can actually prevent us from just doing something and taking action. And this is why I wanted to make this video, because when I was going through anxiety, I found that I couldn't make a decision because it needed to be the perfect decision. I didn't know what the outcome was going to be, and so I'd want to strive for perfection. Now, is that helpful? Not really, because what would happen is I would actually prevent myself from making any decision, and I'd let something linger and I'd procrastinate, blah, blah, blah. So it's a bit of a plague in that sense where aiming for that perfection can actually hurt us. And it's good to know when to be able to do perfection and when to not put perfection in your life. Now, with that being said, a good thing that you can remember is to ask yourself, do I have to be perfect in this moment? No, I can do my best. And if you train yourself to do that, you'll find that you will actually open up to more opportunity. Let me give you an example. So say you want to go to a dance class, but you're afraid that you're not going to know the steps. That's what you're going to the class for. Now, we're obviously striving for perfection in that respect. We're striving for that, but realistically, if we just do our best, over time, it becomes more natural to us. It becomes more of an unconscious thing that we can do. So another example of this would be when you get in your car, when you first learnt to drive, it wasn't perfect, right? You go over time and then it just becomes automatic and you are somewhat perfect to yourself. You do it automatically. There's obviously times where, you're not completely perfect driving, but that's okay because you just do your best in what you know. So the biggest thing is to remember that don't let that striving for perfection stop you. It's good to put in some areas, but the areas that it's actually preventing you from actually doing something, keep that in mind. So you want to kind of fight that and ask yourself, well, do I have to be the best in this moment? No, if I'm learning something, I don't have to be the best. Let me give you an example with myself. The YouTube videos. I'm always striving to get a perfect video, and then when I strive to get a perfect video, I find that I don't come out flowing as much as I have in some other videos, because I'm like, oh no, that didn't sound good, or but maybe the points that I'm making don't sound good to me, but to someone else they can sound perfect to them. And that's what I've actually learnt doing my course as well, is you have no idea what thing will hit someone and enable them to make and create a change. So, happens with podcasts, happens with my course. I'll do the practical sessions and I'll aim for perfection, because there's just such a short time that I've got to do something, and then I freeze up. So I tell myself, okay, I just got to do my best and have fun with it. Have fun with yourself doing these new experiences, because you're learning, you're growing, you're experiencing. This is life, you know. Another thing to really mention is maybe you're after that perfect life. Maybe you're after, you know, I want that perfect house, that perfect car, that perfect this, that, or the other. But a lot of the time, with a lot of people that I've spoken to over the years, are people that have been really successful, is once they've gotten there, it hasn't been perfect for them. It's like a short-lived feeling, and that's essentially it. So if you're comfortable and happy with where you are, that should be good enough for us. You know, that should be good enough for us. If we're striving towards something, that should be good enough for us. But striving for perfection, we're never going to reach that perfection. There's always going to be something in life that comes up and challenges us and shakes us around a bit, because life is all about those ups and downs, the waves, riding the up and down waves. Video here. So, one really good thing to remember within that is, you know what? We are perfect. We're perfectly imperfect. So believe in that perfect imperfection that we have, and strive to do better, strive to do your best, and that's what you can do. All we can do is our best. We can never get perfect 100% of the time. Be the best you can be. Do the best you can do. And if you feel like you could have done better, then be a self-critic on yourself. Constructive criticism is really good. Or ask advice to someone. Now remember this. This will actually help. If you want to improve at something, a really great way is to, whatever you do, if you can do it for this. So let's say it's dancing. You can ask the teacher, do you feel like, what do you think I could work on? What do you think I did good? Or you can just find out from yourself, where did I have trouble? And that's your thing to work on. If it's going out and being social, you know, what did I say here that was not that good? And what could have I improved on? And when you go and write that stuff down, giving yourself your own feedback, and then you go into it the next time with those things that you've written down, you know what you're working on, so you know what to be aware of. And this is a great way to improve, and improve fast. So you're helping yourself by being constructive with yourself, or you can work with someone like a mentor or someone that can give you advice, teacher, whatever. Depends what it is, obviously. So to recap, know when is a good time to be striving for perfection. Know when it's okay to do your best. An example, my friend, builder, some fencing got sent out to him for this job. The fencing came back with the powder coat not perfect, and this has to go into someone's house, you know, and it was all gritty on the actual fencing. Now, that's where a point to be perfect is, because, you know, a customer has paid for this, and, you know, it's like all rough and people could cut themselves on it, you know, especially kids. It's a pool fence. That's a good reason to be like perfect in the job realm as much as you can, or do your best. If it's available to do, then do your best, you know. But with those types of things, yeah, aim for perfection, you know. In the other case of things, it's okay not to be perfect in everything. You know, it could be your personal life. Just learn, grow, utilize, and then keep going. Don't fear failure. Fear never actually trying. That's where you learn, trying. It doesn't have to be perfect. It can be the best that we can do at that point. And then sooner or later we know we've done better. With that being said, you know the deal, guys. Buttons down below. Make someone smile today. You never know what small thing you can do for someone that makes a huge difference. And with these videos, take what you can from it. Small little gold nuggets for you. Doesn't have to be everything, because One thing that's perfect for me is not perfect for another person. One thing that's perfect for me may be perfect for the other person. Who knows? But I give it a go. Thomas Edison had invented the light bulb. He was asked, how did it feel to fail 1,000 times? And he said, I didn't fail. I learned how not to do it 1,000 ways. Good one, yeah? So, as always, guys, keep on keeping on. Go gently. Keep on wondering. Much love. Peace. And